Good morning, Bexleyheath Academy. It is Wednesday, the 13th of May, and I hope that everyone is feeling great today. Just a few things from me this morning. Firstly, just some feedback about the incredible work that each and every one of you is doing for your class assessments this week. Looking through all of the responses that your teachers have received, the attendance this week, which has made Miss Delva very happy, has been incredible, and some of the best attendance that we've seen so far this term. And I can see from all the responses that we're seeing from your class assessments that you're taking considered time to make sure that the responses that you're given are the very highest quality that you're able to. And remember the advice that I offered you yesterday. There is absolutely no rush with your class assessments, so please do take your time and consider your responses carefully. At the end of your assessment, if you've got time to spend a little bit of time checking through your answers, make use of that time if you can. And also remember that there are a series of frequently asked questions with regards to class assessments that are available on the virtual learning dashboard. So if you are having any problems, check those out first, but don't hesitate to get in touch with us either at the academy or your pastoral manager or your year lead. On reception today is Miss Shallow, and I'm sure that she'll be happy to deal with any queries with regards to centre assessments today. Now, I know that later in this morning's assembly, we have a special guest with us this morning, which is great. And I know that Miss Shallow will be mentioning the Thank a Teacher Day project that is running at the moment, and I've had a sneak preview of some of the entries and some of the artwork that you've submitted as part of the Thank a Teacher Day project, and they are incredible. So for those of you that have already submitted your entries, really well done, and we're really looking forward to seeing many more of those over the next couple of days. Now, just before I hand over to Miss Mush, just a reminder, please don't forget that as you are proceeding through the day today, and the first job on your list today is to make sure that you've signed in using the register, and you'll find a link for that on your daily email, and you'll also find a link for that at the top of your classroom. I'll now hand over to Miss Mush. Miss Mush.
Good morning, everybody. I hope you have studied for today's assessments and are ready for today. But I know Bexleyheath Academy students, how committed you are to learning, and I know that you are ready. While we've been on lockdown, I've been reflecting a bit. You know, we all have time on our hands, and at times when you are fed up of the telly and fed up of anything else, you have to spend time with your own mind and just reflect on a few things. But I found myself laughing quite a bit every time I think of all of you, every single one of you that I have come across in Bexleyheath Academy. And my mind wandered to homework and homework submission and the excuses that I have heard over the years, because one of the reasons why teachers do what they do, and certainly on my own behalf I will speak, is because of you, the joy that you bring, but also the humor that you bring to me. The excuses that I have been given over the years, my dog ate my homework, that is so yesterday. Because times have changed, haven't they? COVID-19 has changed a lot of the way we work, the way we study, the way we communicate. And so homework is now online, just as learning is online. And I just looked at some of the excuses that students have submitted for not doing homework. My smart TV hacked my computer, miss. My comment is, I bet the voice recognition remote told the TV to do that. My favorite one, the next one is, Alexa gave me the wrong answer, miss. And I go, okay, so you are admitting that you are cheating, but I guess, oh well, you are resourceful. Number 3, I didn't realize these hyperlinks would print, miss. That's especially my A-level students. Well, if you're going to plagiarize, you really need to be a little bit smarter about it. And my favorite one as well is Google didn't save my work, miss. Now, those of you who've told me that know that Mrs. Smush is not great with IT, and I believed you. And yet Google saves as you work. And my last one is, you didn't get my assignment, miss? I emailed it to you. How weird. Weird indeed. You probably didn't do your homework. The reason why I've talked about homework and the excuses we make is so that in my reflections, I've thought about my own excuses that I make for maybe not doing things, for maybe not exercising, for maybe not reading that book that I've wanted to read, or maybe not learning how to bake because I can't. What excuses do you have for the things you haven't done? Think about it, reflect on that, reflect on what could you do that is different, and don't make an excuse. Have a fantastic day, Bexleyheath, and good luck with your assessments today. I now hand over to Miss Collier.
Thank you, Miss Mush. I really enjoyed that this morning. I will definitely spend a bit of time reflecting on my excuses today, and there are quite a few of them, I'm afraid. So today for our wellbeing top tips, so there's two today, one from me and one from our special guest. The first one, I thought we'd do a bit of light-hearted entertainment. So you've got lots of assessments going on at the moment. So I thought, well, I think it's light-hearted entertainment, but I've created a quiz for you that will be uploaded on a social media on a Google form. And basically, you've got to try and guess what sweet or chocolate bar it is. So if I was to say to you, wobbly infants, what sweets would pop to mind? What do you think? So think about wobbly, what's wobbly? Jelly, possibly. Infant, could be a small child or maybe a baby. So the answer is obviously jelly babies. So that's the first example. There are 9 others on the Google form. Go have a look. You've got all day to do it, but the first 5 people with the correct answers will be announced tomorrow in tomorrow's assembly. So give it a go. Maybe a bit of a break from your assessments, get your brain working in a different way. Just a bit of light-hearted fun to kind of relieve some of your stress around your tests today. With the second piece of wellbeing advice, I've got the pleasure of handing over to Mrs. Ayling now, who would like to speak to you and give you some advice from her point of view as a school counsellor. So welcome, Miss Ayling, and over to you.
Good morning, Bexleyheath. It's a pleasure to be able to talk to you today from my home. This is a difficult time and it is going to create lots of anxieties, fears and worries for us. So I'd just like to share a couple of a few wellbeing ideas with you. So the first tip I'd like to share with you is to think about having a worry pad, to write down your worries. And try and make a specific time of day to do this. It's learning to postpone that worry. So the aim is to notice the worrying thoughts that you're having during the day, then tell yourself, I won't worry about that now. I can worry about that later. So, and then return the focus of attention to what you're doing. So the aim is that you're learning not to react to that worrying thoughts, to the worrying thoughts, and for it to take over your day. So you can take control of the usual urge to worry. Quite often, our worries do create a lot of anxiety, and if you find a time to write down these worries, you'll probably be able to see things a lot clearer if you set aside that time. And then you can always find somebody you can trust to talk to. That's so important. Share that worry, even if it feels irrelevant. You know, it's if it's keeping you awake or making you feel sad, it's so important to share that. I've got a relaxing tip here. So to help you try and relax, think about your most calming colour. And then think about a colour that you might relate to tension. So imagine breathing in that calm colour, and then breathing out that colour that's let go of the tension. So you can go even a bit further and imagine really breathing in that colour and taking it all around your body to the tension points and let go of it. So personally, I find green a really positive colour. I just can imagine lots of greenery and summer, so I can breathe that in, and then red as a negative colour. so that lets go of the tension. So just try and find a calm time in the day to try that. Coping statements. So I'm just going to share a couple of those with you to give you some idea. So it's kind of, don't believe everything you think. If you're finding you're having lots of negative thoughts causing you lots of anxiety, try adding a positive. So I'm going to give you a couple of examples. I'm really worried I'm going to fail that assessment, which is quite possibly what you're thinking this week. But I do know that I've worked really hard, and I can only learn if I make a mistake. I'm worried about going back to school, but luckily I'm going to see all my friends, so I'm really excited about that. So so we can learn to notice the positives as well as the negatives. So even in difficult, painful situations, and the key is to recognise bad things will happen in life, but we can train ourselves to be more resilient. And resilient is actually the key word, learning to be resilient. Lastly, you are allowed to go out for lots of exercise, obviously keeping the safe distancing, of course, but there's so many benefits to exercise. It makes us feel better, less tired. So even if you're feeling tired, if you can push yourself to go out for exercise, you will find that you're more awake. It motivates us more. It gives us an ability to think clearer. It uses up adrenaline resources that are created from anxiety and fears. And it generally just helps us be more healthy. It's fantastic. Exercise is such a positive thing to do. So I'll leave it there, and hopefully you can practice some of these ideas that I've shared with you. And I'm going to hand over to Miss Delva, who has the teacher shout-outs today.
Good morning, everybody, and thank you, Miss Aileen, for this wonderful advice. Yes, I will be presenting your daily shout-out for our remarkable students with their remarkable work. So today, Miss Abodrin is doing a shout-out for Ryan Turner and Georgie Campion in science for scoring mostly 100% in all of the work set. Your lowest score, Ryan and Georgie, was 85% across all tasks that was set for you in the last week's main activities. So well done to you. We have Melissa Isakunyete. This shout out is by Miss Tagger for business. Well done to you. You did an excellent effort for your assessments, and you always push yourself by asking questions. So well done to you, Melissa. Harvey Sampson in year 10 from Mr. Reed. That's for your IT, and that's for making an excellent start of your assignment work. Well done to you, Harvey. In year 7, we have Ashton Rai. Year 8, Ellie Butler, Riyadh, Gianni, Hanika, Nairan, Sarunas, and Mia. And that's from your humanities teachers. And the reason you've done exceptional revision work, including top marks on 30 questions revision checkout. So well done to you, all of you. Mohammed Husseini and Miguelena in year 8, you have been commended by Mr. Miss Bleskev, for English. And that's for your progress on typingclub.com, which you achieved over the bank holidays. And that's a great initiative, so well done to you. I'm going to now pass over to Miss Shallow, and have a lovely day, everybody.
Good morning, everybody. Right, so I'm just here to talk about that National Thank a Teacher Day. So this is my thank you to my teacher. I'll never, ever forget her. It's been over 20 years, believe it or not. And she'll always be remembered. So thank you. This is my representation. I'm looking forward to seeing yours. We've had lots and lots of entries that have actually come in. So keep them coming. They're fantastic to read and they warm up my heart each time. So well done to those people. And for the rest of you, we're still waiting. If you do not know where to find the links, check out the school's webpage. We've sent out email reminders as well, and there will be more reminders going out as you log into your lessons today. And just to wrap up today's assembly, guys, remember, staying at home is the safest place for you to be. So stay at home. And if you have to go out, make sure you keep your 2-meter distance. And don't forget to make sure you wash your hands as frequently as you can. Have a lovely day and stay safe. For those of you doing assessments today, good luck to your assessment. Bye for now. See you tomorrow.